Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. My name is Rich, and tonight we're going to be playing 3 rounds of Old School Magic. Today is Tuesday, it is 8 p.m., so we are getting ready and raring to go. So, today is February 1st, first day of February. That makes tomorrow Groundhog's Day, which is definitely interesting to say the least. February 2nd is Groundhog's Day. If you're from outside of the U.S., in Pennsylvania somewhere, a groundhog comes out of its hole and tells you whether or not it sees a shadow, and who knows if that means there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter, or if spring is just around the corner. Just one of those funny things. So, first things first, of course, we need to make sure that we go with our color chooser, and we are going to spin the wheel and see what we've got for the frame that goes around me. So let's see what we've got. No, we're not doing the same color twice in a row. That's not how it works. So let's spin again. So I hope everybody's having a good night. We had a little bit of hiccup right at the beginning. I do apologize for that, where the timer on the countdown timer reset. So I do apologize for that. No big deal. We're here. It is what it is. So anyway, thank you for being here. I do appreciate you spending your Tuesday night with me, or if you're watching on YouTube, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to watch over there. So let us take a look at what we've got going on. Avert your eyes. Some people might not like this. However, this is tonight's deck called What's New is Old Again, and it focuses on cards that are old school cards that were reprinted in modern frames. Smushbox, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate that. So, yes, all of these cards have modern frames, but they are otherwise old school legal. So you're going to see Serendipity Freet. We've got Savannah Lions. We've got Air Elemental, Sarah Angel, Disenchant. Disenchant is actually standard legal now, believe it or not. Swords of Plowshares, Counterspells, Psionic Blast, Icy Manipulator, Jalem Tome, JMD Tome, Balance, Caracas, Armageddon, Spirit Link, Soul Ring, Felwar Stone, City of Brass, Islands, Plains, Strip Mines, and Mishra's Factory. So, stream down. No, stream's not down. Stream is definitely not down. So, and then out of our sideboard, we've got Blue Elemental Blast, Circle of Protection, Red, Codex 4 Error on my side. Refresh. Refresh. Ivory Tower, Maze of Ith, Control Magic, Divine Offering, Tormod's Crypt, and Wrath God. So that's what we've got out of our sideboard today. So we're going to see what we've got going on. So we've got our matches going on in MTG Melee as usual. So we've got some new people who are learning how to use MTG Melee tonight. So we're going to have a bit of a delay here, both at the beginning and probably in between some rounds. So I do apologize for that, but I would at least like to let you know right now that might happen, and that there might be a problem here or there or whatnot. But you're watching my regularly scheduled stream. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magics on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern, so don't forget to follow. Turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. And new this year, of course, the Thursday night throwdown, 3 rounds of pre-modern. That's Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. New time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Having some fun playing in the pre-modern format. I just picked up a whole bunch more cards, and I am definitely looking forward to playing some pre-modern here on Thursday nights. It's a pretty good time. We use Talaria.app for that, which is like an all-encompassing thing. It does the webcam games and does the tournament software all in one thing. So it's actually pretty cool. That was put together by a member of the old school community. His name, he goes by Slanfan. So let's take a look here. We've got a new pairing received. So let's see against whom. I'm going to be playing against Ryan. So we are going to welcome Ryan to the stream as soon as he is available, and then we will get going with some old school Magic. So
round timer started.
Chromecast issues. Yes. Chromecast has some known bugs. Yeah, Chromecast has some known issues, so I do apologize for that. I'm hoping that everything is okay. So let's welcome Ryan to the stream. How you doing tonight, Ryan?
Oh, that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what they're doing in there.
They got, obviously, you know, there's some new people learning some stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Yeah, we had also, there was a problem with Discord as well, so people weren't able to communicate or whatever. It was a little rough, but we'll get there. We're here now, and that's the important thing, right?
How are you doing this week?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Not bad so far.
So, 2 weeks ago I had internet issues. Ended up getting a new router and modem, and it just the service was absolutely terrible. So this morning I had Verizon Fios installed. Super fast internets, both uploads and downloads, and I can already see a difference. So that is good. I was having some issues with streaming last week, but I tried to trudge through it and see what happened. Trudge through it and see what would happen, but it was not doing so great. But I think we're doing better right now, and OBS is cooperating as well. So we're good. All right. So do you want to choose even or odd?
A lot of energy.
Yeah.
A lot of processing power.
Even or odd?
I'll take evens.
Okay. It is evens. It is a 2.
I will be on the play.
All right.
Let me know if you can't see anything. I have a little bit smaller than usual play areas.
No, that's fine. Everything looks okay. I do have to. Shoot. I have to rotate your camera. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Now we can see things. All right. Okay. Are you keeping?
I'm going to keep.
I will keep as well.
Okay. Taiga. Lotus. Sackler's for green. Play immersion. Pass.
Okay. That's a thing. I will draw. I'm going to play a Plains into a Savannah Alliance, and then I'm going to say go.
Lions have 4 slot.
Sure.
Smash 4.
I'll take it.
Go ahead.
I'm at 16. Untap. Draw. I will play an island, and I'll attack for 2.
18.
And you can go. 6 cards.
Oh boy. Swing 4.
I'm at 12.
Go ahead.
Untap.
Cards.
Draw. City of Brass. Attack for 2.
16.
And you can go.
Swing 4.
Swords it.
There he is. Alright, go to 20. Pass turn 7. No, I have 8. I'll discard a orc.
Ooh, that's a nice one. Okay. Untap. Draw. Island. Attack for 2.
18.
Put you back to 18. Go ahead, 5 cards.
Go ahead. Oh no, I need to discard again. Actually, let's see. We'll just try to bolt the line. See what happens.
I'll counter it. Untap. Draw. Planes. Attack for 2. Put you at 16. I'm gonna take a point and cast an air elemental. I'm at 11.
Okay.
And you can go.
I just can't tell what any of these cards are. Target?
Yep.
So that's an air elemental.
That is an air elemental.
Okay. Fireball the lion.
Okay. Sounds good.
And go ahead.
Untap. Draw. I will play a planes. I will attack you for 4 with the air elemental.
12.
And then I will play a JMD Tome. And you can go. 2 cards.
Okay. Regrowth targeting Lotus.
Sure.
White Lotus.
Okay.
Sack Lotus for blue.
Mm-hmm.
Play Time Twister.
I'm okay with that. I was actually expecting it to be a Wheel of Fortune.
Ah.
So the blue caught me by surprise. But that's okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's that one?
Yep.
Play bad ones.
Okay.
Pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
8.
Planes. Serendib Efreet.
Yeah, that's good.
6 cards. Go ahead.
One second. Okay. Strip out. What is that land?
City of Brass.
And what is that artifact?
JMD Tome.
And there's a Serendib and an air elemental.
Serendib Air Elemental. Yep.
And you have... What lands do you have untapped?
I have Island, City of Brass, and 2 planes.
Okay. Well... Try to fireball the air elemental for 1.
Okay.
I'll try to chain lightning it.
Okay. Fireball goes away too.
Yes, it's a sorcery. And then I'll pass to you.
Okay. End step. I'm going to take a point to draw a card with my JMD Tome.
Okay.
Brings me down to 10. Untap. Upkeep, I go to 9 from the dib. Draw. Attack for 3.
Yeah, I'll try to berserk it.
Okay. So you're going to take 6.
Yeah, good too.
Okay. Felwar Stone. Savannah Lions. Savannah Lions.
Okay.
I'll take a point.
Mm-hmm.
Armageddon.
Yeah. That's good. I'm just gonna scoop.
Yeah.
Should have kept that hand.
Well, I mean, if I didn't have that, if I didn't eventually draw that swords, you know, but
Yeah.
okay. So let's see what we can do out of our sideboard here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like if you can go land Lotus Fatty, you just gotta do it. So
Yeah, that's not normally a bad thing.
fun.
Yeah, I mean, you went 4 turns without drawing a land.
Yeah, yeah.
That was pretty brutal. Like, if you had drawn a land, I'm sure that you had other stuff that you could do.
Yeah, I had plenty of stuff to do in my hand, but then by the time I got on that second land, I was like, no, he's probably got a counter spell in his hand. I could regrow this Lotus, but I kind of had to wait for you to spend some mana. It was just,
Yeah, I was definitely okay with the
refill
time
your hand
twister.
with counter spells. Not ideal.
Time Twister was decent because it refilled my hand because I only had 2 cards. So
Yeah. We'll be on the play.
all right, sounds good. Good luck, my friend.
Yeah, you too. Keep this.
I will mulligan this. All right, I'll keep this one.
Mountain, that's,
Pretty mountain though.
yeah, it's not bad.
Draw. Island, Soul Ring. Go ahead.
Sure. Okay, go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Planes. Go ahead.
Factory.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Draw. Island. Go ahead.
City of Brass.
Sure.
Let's try to put Daryl.
Sure.
Pass turn.
Draw. City Brass. Schmushbox, thank you very much for the sub. I do appreciate it. Control Magic on the Darelor.
Yeah, that works.
And you can go. Boros fist bump to you. Storm count 1, according to MTT bot.
Put Tiger.
Sure.
Try to blow away the Darelor.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Islands. James Daytona.
Okay.
3 cards. Go ahead.
Play City. Actually, no.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Untap. Excuse me. Draw. Spirit Link on the Dib. Or, sorry, the Urnum Gin.
Sounds good.
And you can go 3 cards. Sure. Daryl. Okay.
And pass.
End step. I'm going to draw a card with James Daytona.
Okay.
Untap. Draw. Serendipity.
Sure.
Island. Go ahead. 3 cards.
Alright. Swing 4?
All sorts of Darelor. You gain 4.
Yeah. What is that card?
Serendipity.
Oh, it's
Spirit Link on your creature.
Yeah, it's the Spirit Link. There we go.
James Daytona.
Okay. Try to red blast the tip.
Okay.
And go ahead.
End step. I'm going to take a point to draw a card. I'm at 19. Untap. Draw. Play another dib.
Okay.
Go ahead.
2 times force walk. Draw.
Yep.
Okay. Chain lightning and dip.
Chain lightning on the dib. Okay.
Lightning bolt on the dude?
I'll respond.
Okay.
I'm gonna draw a card with James Dayton.
Sure.
Alright. Dib dice.
Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Mishra's Factory.
Yeah.
Go ahead. 4 cards.
Go ahead.
End step. I will draw a card with the James Dayton.
Yep.
Untap. Draw for turn. Play another City of Brass. And you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
Right. Last turn. 4 cards.
Passing the turn?
Yep.
Okay. End step, I will draw a card with James Dayton. Untap. Upkeep, nothing. Draw. I will play a Plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards in hand. You can go.
Draw. Sure, play more.
It's an org, huh? Sure.
Go ahead.
End step, I'll blue blast it.
Okay, yeah.
And still end step, I'm going to draw a card with James Dayton. Untap. Draw. Control magic on the Urnimjin.
Yeah, that's good.
I will play an island, activate my Mishra's Factory, and attack you for 2.
Okay, go to 19.
Okay. And you can go.
Go ahead.
End step. I will draw a card with a Jade Hate Tune. Untap. Draw. Seven cards. I will attack with the Urnimjin.
Okay, go to 15.
And then I gain 4. I'm at 23 because of my Spirit Link. I will play another Plains and I will say go.
Draw. Trick my Chaos Word.
I'll respond by drawing a card.
Okay.
Okay. Chaos Orb resolves.
Pass.
Untap. Upkeep, nothing. Draw. I will attack with Urnum.
Yeah, go to What is that? Is that a magic card?
I'm sorry?
Is that a magic card? What is that?
This? No, it's Forgotten Realms D&D card from 1991. I am going to draw a card with my JMD token.
Okay.
And then I am going to cast Armageddon.
Yeah.
Do you have any response?
Let's see here. Yeah, Armageddon resolves. I will add a red.
You'll add a red. Okay. And I'll play an island. And I will pass the turn.
I'll actually cast one.
Sure.
I'll try to flip on that control magic.
On the control magic. Okay. That makes sense. That works. Still got the spirit link on it though. So
Yeah. Pearl. Volk.
yep.
Lotus.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Untap. Draw. Planes. Go ahead. 7 cards.
Play Hammerheim.
Sure.
Actually. And then I'll pass to you.
End step.
Sure.
I'm going to disenchant your Lotus.
A Lotus?
Yep.
Okay.
Untap. Draw. Ah. I will play an island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. Go ahead.
With Badlands?
Yep.
Pass.
End step. I will draw a card with a JMD tone.
Sure, yeah.
Draw. Untap. Draw. Planes. And I'm gonna cast a Serendipity Freeze.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. You can go.
Draw. Play Immersion.
Sure, that's fine.
Go ahead.
End step, I'm gonna Psyblast you. So you're at 8 and I'm at 25. Untap. I take a point
I got
down to
7.
24. You have yourself at 7?
Yeah.
I must have missed something. Okay.
Right, City Brass or something.
Draw. Might be, yeah. Attack for 3 in the air.
Dwarf.
I will play an island and a Sarah Angel.
Okay.
I will pass the turn. Which one you giving Forest Walk?
The Serendip.
Sure.
Which I got. Swing 4.
I'll take it. 20.
Played the wrong land. Missed the opportunity to play my Bartel Runex.
Oh.
Played that Hammerheim instead of a Badland.
Oh, jeez. Ooh. Raging River. Is it Tranquility and Hurricane? Yeah, that's some good stuff.
That's what came out. I didn't see any enchantments.
I don't think I have enchantments in the main deck.
Not in the main. That makes
Like
sense.
the control magics came in out of the sideboard.
Spirit Links.
Oh yeah, Spirit Link's in the main deck. Sorry. Yep. So yeah, I boarded in control magics and blue elemental blasts.
Yeah, I just ordered in real blasts. Yeah, I like that deck. We played that a lot. All 4 power flyers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I boarded out one of my Felwar Stones, Jalem Tome, Icy Manipulator, a Disenchant, and a Psyblast.
Yeah. Well, cool then. Good games.
Thank you for the games, my friend. Good luck in the next round, okay?
Later.
Take care. We got there, chat. We got there. So let's take a look at today's deck. So this is What's New is Old Again. So yeah, we're looking at a deck with old school cards that were reprinted in a new frame. So that's what I got going on here. So it is like a mid-rangey type deck. Got Serendip Freet and Savannah Lions and Air Elemental and Sarah Angel. And then, of course, we've got Disenchant and Swords to Plowshares, plus some counterspells, Psionic Blast, Icy Manipulator, Jalem Tome, Jam-Day Tome, Balance, 2 Armageddons, 2 Spirit Links, a Soul Ring, 2 Felwar Stones, a Caracas, 3 Cities of Brass, 9 Islands, 9 Plains, 1 Strip Mine, and 1 Mishra's Factory. And then taking a look at our sideboard here, we've got 3 blue elemental blasts, 2 circles of protection red, 2 ivory towers, 1 maze of Ith, 2 control magics, 2 divine offerings, a Tormod's Crypt, and 2 copies of Wrath of God. So it is an interesting way in order to play old school. Now I understand that none of these cards are original frame and original art. Closest would be those circles of protection that are in the sideboard, which are original art but not original frame. But there is precedent for playing new frame cards in old school. If you play in any of the old school events hosted by Channel Fireball, they do allow new frames and foils. So while most old school clubs don't, these are technically proxies for their old school counterparts. And since proxies are allowed here in the Tuesday night Gauntlet with the Northern Paladins, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, but if you're looking to get into old school, I get it. Some of these cards have some stupid value, and I'm playing blue without blue power. And I'm playing with new frames. So we'll take a look at the deck list again, because if you look at the main deck, you take a look at the main deck. So the Strip Mine and the Caracas are the expensive cards. Now everything else is fairly inexpensive, and so this deck can be built on a budget. And I think that the Krakus is like $30 maybe, and the strip mine is about the same. But nothing else in the main deck is it has any like significant value. What is the land all the way to the bottom right corner? That is a Mishra's Factory. That is a Modern Horizons 2 full art Mishra's Factory. So, and the land above it is a strip mine, and then there's 3 cities of brass above that. But if you want to play old school on a budget, the important thing is just being able to play the games. It doesn't matter if you have proxies. It doesn't matter if you have new frame. You're gonna get the side eye for foils, of course, but play with what you can get. And I'm never gonna have a problem with somebody who wants to play me in games and tells me that they only have new frame versions of this or new frame versions of that. It's just old school isn't supposed to be about the elite. It's not supposed to be about playing because you can afford expensive cards and your opponent can't. It's not supposed to be about your wallet, your credit card, your line of credits, the 17th mortgage on your house, or whatever you do to buy cards. It's supposed to be about having fun. And if we can have fun and put a silly deck like this together, I mean, I have the cards, so I can put this deck together with old school versions of the cards. But I just wanted to impress upon people that budget is okay when it comes to old school. Proxies are okay when it comes to old school. And if you need to get those play reward Psionic Blasts because you can't get the other ones. I mean, a Psionic Blast was also printed in Time Spiral, so it's not super expensive. But if you needed to get a Commander Soul Ring or whatnot. Another thing too is that I strongly considered putting this in my deck, but because it's not old frame or new frame, I didn't. But Chaos Confetti as a proxy for Chaos Orb. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Absolutely nothing wrong with using proxies, using cards as stand-ins for other cards, and whatnot. I really considered putting a Mind Spring in the deck as a proxy for Brain Geyser, because Mind Spring is just 2 blue and X, draw X cards. So it doesn't have the ability to target the opponent, but it's a very, very similar card. And it's obviously, it was printed in Morning Tide or something like that was the first time. So what about 3rd edition? 3rd edition is pretty cheap, yes, but think about it. I mean, if you wanted to start old school from scratch, nothing, would you rather have a Savannah Lions that costs $25 or a revised Savannah Lions that costs $3? I don't know what everybody's budget is, but think about it. If you pay $3 each for revised Savannah Lions, and then you add $8 each for revised Serendibs, and then you go with revised Soul Ring, which is like $12, and then revised or 4th edition basics, and then with the white bordered versions of this and that, and it all adds up. It definitely adds up. And we're still in the middle of a pandemic. Not everybody has disposable income, and I don't think that, again, when it comes to webcam games, I couldn't care less what you're playing. As long as I can see and tell what the cards are, yeah, it is a little bit different because people don't recognize. And my opponent right there, Ryan, he didn't recognize a bunch of the cards and had to ask a bunch of times what cards were. But we got through it, and it's not really about again, about money, about playing with the most amount of money. It's about playing to have fun. So this is a powerless deck, all right? So no power. It's budget friendly, and you see that I was able to play against and win against a deck. I mean, blue-white is a really good color combination. Anyway, but my opponent had a bunch of dual lands, went turn 1 Ernemgen in game number 1, and they still won that game. He had all the dual lands. He had the Moxen. He had Lotus. I'm assuming he had other pieces of power besides the Time Twister. I'm going to assume that there was an Ancestral Recall in there. He had a Chaos Orb in there as well. So all of these expensive restricted cards and whatnot are not present in my deck. And I was able to take the game down. So it's not always going to be about how much money you spend just to put the deck together. And I've had budget-friendly decks on my stream in the past. Generally, I lean towards blue and white because a lot of people will lean towards mono black for a budget-friendly deck, or dip into red or start with red for budget-friendly. When it comes to mono black, that means that you're going to want to play Hymn to Torok, and I don't like it when my opponent plays Hymn to Torok on me because I don't like getting cards taken out of my hand. So I don't play that card very often on my stream. When it comes to red, obviously you've got some goblin builds, and you've got you get white bordered ball lightnings, and you get chain lightnings, and you get lightning bolts and goblin grenades. You can put a decent mono red goblins deck together for a lot. Well, it's pretty inexpensive in order to do that. You just have to make sure that if you are playing mono red, you have to have 4 red elemental blasts in your sideboard, because you do not want to pack it up against something like you don't want to pack it up against blue. Another thing that you need to worry about if you are playing mono red is Circle of Protection red and Greater Realms of Preservation, which is kind of like a combination of Circle of Protection red and Circle of Protection black, but it's got an activation of 2. You need to be able to deal with those if you're playing mono red. So I would strongly suggest Never Nero's Discs in your sideboard if you can't play with, if you don't want to play with a proxy Chaos Orb, and you obviously don't want to just scoop it up to a Circle of Protection red. I mean, you can always get artifact creatures as well. Triskelion, Juggernaut, things like that. But normally mono red wants to stay pretty low to the ground, so I don't think that Triskelion or Tetravis are the right answers. I think having something like Never Nero's Disc is not a bad thing. And when you're playing old school Magic, you definitely want to be able to deal with artifacts. So if you can't deal with artifacts, then you're just looking to just pack in a bunch of games. Because think about it. If people are playing with power, that means that they've got Soul Ring, they've got up to 5 Mox, and they've got a Lotus. And then, it could be things like Fellwarstone or J&D Tome or Icy Manipulator. There's a plethora of artifacts that see play in old school Magic, and you just need to be able to deal with them. So I am going to take a quick break, so I do appreciate you all sticking around. I know that the deck is kind of ugly because of the fact that it is, new frame. So I do appreciate everybody who is here. Stick around for the break. Don't touch that dial. I'll be back, and we'll have some more old school Magic with new frames. So, all right, stick around. Welcome back, everybody. I do appreciate you sticking around through the break. So it looks like what do we got for matches still going on? We'll take a look here. Looks like there's one match still playing, but we're at. It's been a couple of minutes since the round ended, so that match should be over with pretty quickly. I do appreciate everybody who was here. Again, this is my regularly scheduled old school stream where I play 3 rounds of old school Magic on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. We play with the Northern Paladins here. So for more information regarding the Northern Paladins, head on over to northernpaladins.com. Get some information there about the Northern Paladins, the Paladin Magic that we play on Tuesday nights, the Tuesday night Gauntlet itself, and Alpha 40. Plus, they're doing Paladin Dragon Highlander, which is a play on Elder Dragon Highlander or Commander. So it is definitely something that you can take a look at, and you can check everything out, and then maybe we can play here on a Tuesday night. I've also been streaming the Thursday night Throwdown, where I play 3 rounds of Pre-Modern, and that's on Thursday nights at 8:30. And Pre-Modern is a great format from 4th edition through Scourge. Anything that was standard legal, well, it was called Type 2 back then, Type 2 legal, from 4th edition through Scourge. So you see on the graphic there the legal sets. It shows everything that was printed for tournament play there. One thing that you will not see is portal cards unless they were reprinted in one of the sets that is actually legal for pre-modern. So if you want to play with the portal cards, there are other formats for you. I believe you can use them in middle school, and then there's old frame Magic as well, where old frame Magic allows anything that was printed in old frame. So when they make the new cards with an old frame, they become legal in old frame Magic. I'm not into playing with, there's nothing stopping Wizards from creating more and more cards with old frames, and so that's why I'm not interested in old frame Magic. Um, one of the things that people have talked about when it came to pre-modern was that the enemy colors have less fixing than the friendly colors. And that's by design, of course. And there is no intention to change that. People were saying when they printed the Zendikar fetch lands in old frames that they should become pre-modern legal, but that doesn't make any sense because they weren't in the sets from 4th edition through Scorch. So why should they become legal? I mean, like, people aren't asking for some of the other cards to be legal, like I don't know, Noble Hierarch. People aren't asking for that. They're just asking for the fetch lands. And I get it that you know, you want to have a mana base that is as stable as possible, but you know, you can't always play with every card that you want. If you want to play with a format with those cards, then you have to seek out a format with those cards. So I get it. I get it when it comes to pre-modern. Pre-modern is an extremely fun format. Like, if you add, like, when you have, like, the Apocalypse cards, because, you know, Apocalypse was all with a whole bunch of multicolor, and they were enemy color focused. You know, then there's other sets too, multicolor sets as well. Like, it's a lot of fun, and to me, it brings back a lot of memories of playing with some fun stuff from back in the day. Like, I started playing at Ice Age, so pre-modern is actually cards that I played while I was playing back then. Now, I love playing old school. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing better than, you know. Well, I mean, I'm not saying there isn't anything better, but it's a great feeling to be able to go, you know, turn one, like my opponent did, went turn one land Lotus, Ernemgen. You know, that is a pretty cool thing to do. Lotus into a Time Twister when you're having some mana issues or whatnot. You know, those are some cool things to do. And Social Recall is just a really, really sweet card. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking that stuff. So, but you know, we just we're gonna play with the cards that we like to play. I love playing old school, and I'm here because you know, if you're watching right now, I definitely appreciate you being here, because I wouldn't be here streaming if it wasn't for the people who watch. Regardless of if I'm streaming for an audience of 2, 3, 20, 30, 100, or even more, whatever. I enjoy playing with these cards, and because I enjoy playing these cards, I put on the stream, and that you know, I get the support from the people who watch, and I appreciate it. Whether or not you're watching on Twitch, you're watching it live on Twitch, or you're watching a VOD on Twitch, or you're watching on YouTube afterwards. I appreciate every single person who takes the time out of their schedule to watch me play Magic, because there's a lot of great content out there, either on Twitch, on YouTube, or both. And if you're playing in one of these formats and you're interested in these cards, I appreciate that you spend the time to you take the time out of your schedule to watch my stuff, because that means a lot to me. With the exception of the one person who sent that nasty letter in the mail, you know, for the most part, everything has been positive when it comes to the stream. So let's take a look again at tonight's deck. So what's new is old again. So it is a focus on old school cards that were reprinted with a new frame. So we've got Serendip Efreet, Savannah Lions, Air Elemental, Sarah Angel, Disenchant, Swords of Plowshares, Counterspell, Psionic Blast, Icy Manipulator, Jalem Tome, Jamday Tome, Balance, Armageddon, Spirit Link, Soul Ring, Felwar Stone. Krakus is the 61st card that's hanging up there. And then City of Brass, Strip Mine, Mishra's Factory, and then Islands and Plains. Out of our sideboard, Blue Elemental Blast, Circle of Protection, Red, Ivory Tower, Maze of Ith, Control Magic, Divine Offering, Tormod's Crypt, and Wrath of God. So Blue Elemental Blast and COP Red can be really good against some red decks. Ivory Tower can be good against control decks or against sunburn decks as well. Maze of Ith against creature decks, as is Control Magic. Divine Offering will be good against artifacts. Tormod's Crypt, if I play against somebody who is dealing with graveyard recursion, and Wrath of God, if I have if there's an abundance of creatures that I need to be able to take out in one shot. So that's what we got going on here. And like I said, on Tuesday nights, the Northern Paladins allow for proxies. So technically all of these cards are proxies for their old school counterpart. It's not meant to tilt anybody, although that might happen. I get it. I'm probably going to get some nasty responses to this deck. I get it. That's fine. It's not that big of a deal. All right. But it's to prove a point that when it comes to playing old school Magic, it's not supposed to be about, who has the bigger wallet. It's not supposed to be, who's got, the bigger thing in their pants. It's supposed to be about playing cards and having fun. And if we can play cards and have fun, then there's nothing better than that, really. It doesn't matter if it's 4th edition or 5th edition or 9th edition or Magic 2011 or Masters 25 or Commander Anthology, Commander Legends, whatever all those sets are. Regardless of what set your cards are from. It's just all about playing those games. So, I hope everybody's having a great night. I hope that you guys have all have enjoyed what you see and what's going on here. Yes, I do understand that when the matches go a little bit quick, there's quite a bit of downtime and whatnot. It's going to happen. I get that. I'm going to drop some viewers. I'm going to have some people not talking in chat or whatnot. That's fine. Completely, totally okay. So, something that I'd like to talk about that's near and dear to my heart is the semicolon. Semicolon is used when an author could have chosen to end their sentence but chose not to. The author is you and the sentence is your life. And that is a quote from the founder of ProjectSemicolon.com. ProjectSemicolon.com is an organization that was founded to provide information to people about mental health, mental illness, and suicide and depression. Its main goal is to reduce the number of suicides in the United States. If we all take the time to educate ourselves just a little bit, then maybe we can make a difference, and we can even if it's just one life that we save. One life is better than 0 lives, of course, and it's just so near and dear to my heart. I have been living with mental health issues my entire life. Back in the 90s, there wasn't something that, there weren't a lot of resources. There wasn't a lot of research into mental health and depression. As a guy who's told to man up, or you have nothing to be sad about, and depression and sadness are two completely and totally different things. But educate yourself. If you're not living with mental health issues, if you don't have suicidal thoughts, oh man, you have an awesome life. Just having a day, having to wrestle with your own brain day in and day out, day after day. It's exhausting. 9 times I have attempted suicide. 9 times I have failed, obviously because I am here. The last time, it's been just about 13 years now since my last suicide attempt, and I'm here. And I just want to spread the word that there shouldn't be a stigma about talking about mental health and suicide and depression. if you want to go on over to projectsemicolon.com and check out the resources that they have there, please make sure that you do so. If you are having suicidal thoughts, please make sure that you reach out to somebody. You can go to the Suicide Prevention Lifeline. You can call, if you're in the United States, 1-800-273-TALK. That's 1-800-273-8255. Remember, Project Semicolon is for information. The Suicide Prevention Lifeline is a crisis center, and together we can help reduce the number of suicides in the United States. And I'm sure that there are not very many of us who have never been affected by the loss of a loved one due to suicide. So looks like we're going to have Lewis joining us over on stream today. So we'll look forward to playing against Lewis and bringing him in as soon as he is ready and available to play. So let me just tag him, give him a quick shout, so that I don't know if I've played against him before, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see what we can do about getting him in here. So I've sent a message on how he can join me. So it's called whereby.com. Way back it used to be called appear.in, but it's called whereby.com. So whereby.com. And what it is a meeting place so that you can play against, you can join people for online meetings, or we use it to play. So. Hello, how's it going?
Hello. Sorry that we were waiting on one group in the pairing.
No, that's okay. All right. So, are you my opponents? Are you Lewis?
Yes.
Lewis?
Yes. 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 My name is Frank, but that is my name. Yes.
Okay. Your name is Frank, but you're okay. Lewis. Okay. So we'll make sure that I'll put Frank on the stream for you then.
Yeah.
All right. So. We will go ahead and we will do that. So opponent's name is Frank. Well, welcome, Frank. I don't know if we played against each other before.
I don't think so.
Let me just make a quick adjustment to resize your screen for the stream. Oh, there you go. Are you having some camera issues?
Frozen. Yeah, no, it just like froze for a second there. I just turned it off and on.
Okay. Nope, that's fine. Okay, so it looks like we're ready and raring to go. So how was your first round?
I had a bye, so I played some arena.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. You play a lot on arena?
I played a lot like 2 years ago. Like that was my first online game in like 2 years on Arena. So just getting back into historic.
Yeah.
So.
In the last two years, I have fired up Arena exactly one time. So.
Yes. This was my.
Yeah. Another streamer wanted me to fire up Arena, so fired up Arena, put in a bunch of promo codes, and then built the deck real quick, and then played against him while he was streaming. I played a pretty bad deck because I just threw it together in like 0 time flat, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yep.
So where are you from, Frank?
So I live in Boston.
Oh, okay.
For like 7 years. Yeah. I will get to attend the LobsterCon thing that's happening in like May.
Nice. I'm going to try. I can't make any promises yet. I need to figure out the finances with my wife, so we can hope for that. So yeah, for those not aware, LobsterCon has moved to May now instead of being in the fall. It's going to be in the spring, and that's the intention to do that all the time. And then there's going to be a pre-modern championship plus the main event is the old school Magic as well. So it's a whole weekend of fun and exciting stuff going on in Boston, and that is going on in May, I believe, 14th and 15th, or 13th, 14th, or something along those lines, whatever that weekend
Something
is.
like
The pre-modern is on Friday, and then Old School on Saturday. So it's definitely a good time. You can put the middle one on top, my friend.
You too, sir.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. And would you like to choose even or odd?
Even.
Okay. It is odd. It is a 1. So
Okay.
I will play first. Good luck, my friend.
Good luck.
I will keep this.
Yeah, I'll keep.
Okay. Plains Savannah Alliance. Go ahead.
Draw. Badlands into a Vice and pass.
Okay. 5 cards. So upkeep, I'll take a point. I'm at 19. Draw. Mishra's Factory. Attack with Alliance. Put you at 18. 5 cards. Go ahead.
Yep. I mean, does that make sense? Okay, we'll scrubland tap for a tutor.
Tutor. Sure.
Okay. Sometimes I don't know what to tutor, but we got one.
Okay. All set after that?
Okay. Yeah. Yep. That's it.
Okay. Untap. You don't have to do that, man. You're fine.
Okay.
Draw.
And
Oh,
you
sorry.
take-
I
you
took
take
a
one?
took a point on my
It's-
upkeep. I'm at 18. And then I will play. We'll go with a City of Brass, and I will activate my factory, and I will attack you for 4.
Okay.
Put you down to 14, and I'm at
Yep.
18. 5 cards. Go ahead.
Get a little blitzed here. Let's just think. I do that. Yeah, I could do Sedge Troll and pass. I took 1. Yeah.
Okay, so that puts you at 13.
Yeah.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. I'll take another point. I'm at 17. I will draw. I'm going to play another Plains. I'm going to take a point from my City of Brass. Bring myself down to 16. And I'm going to cast Psionic Blast on your Sedge Troll. So I'll take another 2. Deal 4 to it. And then I will attack you for 2.
Okay.
Bring you down to 11. And I'll play another Savannah Alliance. That brings me down to 3 cards.
Oh boy.
Again, you can go.
Okay. Oh. Not
Ruby. Tap
for 3 and take a damage for Underworld.
Underworld Dreams. Sure.
And then, pass.
Untap. Upkeep. I'm under the Vice. I will
Yep.
draw and take a point from the Underworld Dreams. I'm at 13.
It's actually interesting to see the new art.
Yeah, the entire
The cards we-
deck has new art. It's
The
all
cards
new.
that we love. Yeah, they're the cards that we love, but the new version is kind of cool.
Yeah. And I was just looking for an excuse to play these
Beautiful.
these basic lands from was it one of the unsets? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm gonna activate my factory. I'm gonna attack for 6.
Oof. Yep.
Put you down to
5
4.
or 4.
Yeah, because of your City of Brass. Yeah.
Yes.
3 cards, and you can go.
Okay. What is your life total?
I'm at 13.
Oof. Okay. I will 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna respond to your wheel by disenchanting the Underworld Dreams.
Oh, good one.
I don't feel like taking 7.
That that was my plan.
So I'll discard a counterspell and a Jalem Tome.
Okay, I had another Underworld, Fireball, Juggernaut. My life is too low. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This tutor was. Okay, I did not.
Fireball. You could have fireballed to got rid of both of my Savannah lines on that turn.
I could have. I didn't think of it. I was too focused on the. I'll play out. Yeah. Mountain. I'll just I think I'm gonna take too much next turn. I think that's it. All right. Should have fireballed, but it's okay.
Yeah. You fireball the Savannah Lions, and then you're only taking the Mishra's Factory, and then you're not filling up my hand with a bunch of cards. And then obviously you still have to contend with the factory, but
Yeah. The lion's coming quick.
yes.
Change that sleeve on that card. There's okay. Yeah.
So let's see what we can do here. You been playing old school for very long?
Less than a year. I mean, I always had a bunch of old cards, but
Mm-hmm.
didn't really know about the format. Wish I did. So
I got
want
you.
more, but yeah. But there's something nice about I don't know, simple or straightforward about the old form. The format's very fun to me, even though I
Yeah.
dabble with some of the new stuff too.
It's a tough one here.
It's tough. We'll just do that. We'll play with it. Yeah, it's tough, traveling, even to go to LobsterCon, traveling's expensive at the hotel and airfare wherever you're
Oh yeah, like I'm in Syracuse, so I mean going to LobsterCon is just it's like 4.5 hours or something like that. So it's not too far to drive, but still have to put that time in, and then hotel room of course. It adds up, and then like it's a $75 tournament entry, but you play in any tournament that you want for the entire weekend. So if you want to play in the pre-modern main event, the old school main event, and then the pre-modern side event, you can do all of it for for one price, which makes it quite a deal if you play in multiple events. You know, there are a lot of people who want to go just for pre-modern or just for old school, and they don't want to pay the $75. But you know, it's just you know, you're buying the package deal no matter what. So, and the you know, the place, it costs money to you know, to rent the places to play. It costs money to, you know, to put on a production. So just
I went to undergrad at Binghamton in upstate New York.
Oh yeah?
A little bit south of you. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Binghamton is definitely not upstate New York.
Well, yeah. I grew up in Long Island, so for me, anything.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Good luck, my friends.
All right, I'll keep.
I'll keep.
I'll do a mountain and I'll chain lightning you.
All right, I'll take 3.
And that's it.
17. Okay. I will draw. I will play an island into a soul ring. And I will say go. 6 cards.
A scrub land. We'll tap. I'll tutor again.
Okay.
I think I am going to pass after this. If that
Okay.
comes to it.
Untap.
Screw that.
Draw. Alright, so I will play a City of Brass. I will take a point, and I will cast a Savannah Alliance.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm at 16. 5 cards. Go ahead.
Okay. Scrubland. We'll do 1, 2, 3 black underworld. We'll try this again.
Okay.
And I'll bolt the Savannah Lion.
I'm gonna blue blast your bolt.
Okay.
All
That
set?
pass.
Okay.
Yep.
Untap. Upkeep. I will take a point from the City of Brass to disenchant the Underworld Dreams. I'm at 15. Draw for turn. Both of your dual lands are scrub lands?
Yes, these are both scrublands.
Alright, then I'm going to strip your mountain. And I will attack for 2.
Okay.
Put you at 18?
Yep.
Go ahead, 3 cards.
Untap. Ooh. I will. I'll tap 2 for Howling Mine and pass.
Alright. Untap. Draw 1. Draw 2. Island. Attack for 2.
I'll swords the.
Okay. I'm at 17.
Okay.
I'm gonna play an Icy Manipulator,
Ooh.
and then I will say go, but stop on your upkeep.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a point to tap your Howling Mine.
Okay.
I'm at 16.
Oof. One
So
of the
draw
weaknesses
one.
is Howling Mine. Yeah. We'll play City. We'll do 1, 2. I'll take a damage. I'll attempt to wheel again.
Okay, Savannah Lions, Spirit Link, and Plains.
Okay. So I take one there.
All right, so you're at 17 now.
Yes. Okay. I did play the city.
Yeah, you play the city.
I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Play a Plains. I'm going to play an Air Elemental. Six cards. Go ahead. On your upkeep, I'll take a point and I'll tap the Howling Might. I'm at 15.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, we'll play out of Badlands. Let's see. So Air Elemental is a 4/1.
4/4.
4/4.
4/4 flyer. The 4/1 is what Phantasmal Forces. That's the
That's
4/1.
it. Okay, I'll attempt. So I believe I could red blast the elemental. It's a
Yep.
blue.
It's a blue.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll tap for 3 black, and I will see if this gets disenchanted again. It is an underworld.
Okay.
And I will pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Yes, it will get disenchanted.
I think it was worth a try.
Yeah. I will draw. I will play a Plains. And then I will pass the turn. On your upkeep, we'll tap the Howling Mine again.
Okay. Play another Badlands.
Okay.
Okay. We'll do 2 white and 3 for Serene.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
End step, I'll Psionic Blast the Angel. I'll take 2. I'm at 13. Untap. Draw. I will play a Plains. And cards in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Tap. Nice.
Nothing during your upkeep.
Okay. Okay, we'll do another Badlands. Destroying all the proxy Badlands. I will attempt to do a third underworld.
That's another underworld. Okay.
I will. How many are in your hand?
I've got 4.
I'll pass.
End step, I'm going to tap your City of Brass. Brings you down to 16.
Yeah.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Nothing. I will draw and take 2. I'm at 11. I'm going to cast an Ivory Tower.
Okay.
5 cards. Go ahead.
Draw 2. I'm at 11, right?
I'm at 11, yep.
I will attempt to. Okay, I will attempt to cast a fireball for that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6. On you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fireball for 6 on me. Okay. I'm at 5.
I'll pay 1 for winds of change.
That is bad for me. Thinking. Yeah, that does it.
Okay. I have seen your stream a few times. It's quite good. I'll give you a compliment.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I try.
Yeah. You got a good setup with the life total and the game and everything.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, so with the life total and the game score, what I do is I have it set up as they are slideshows with different images for each of the numbers that appear. So like the life totals, the first image is 20. So I have both life totals set at different hotkeys to go up and down, but they both reset with the same hotkey. So
interesting.
Which is cool. So yeah, that's why you hear one click to reset both life totals to 20. But you'll hear multiple clicks when I take damage or my opponent takes damage or whatnot. So.
So if you went to LobsterCon, do you have your favorite deck you would bring, or you would decide like?
Oh, I'm not sure yet. That's May. We're in the first week of February. I think.
Okay.
I think I got some time to figure that out. Alright. I will play first. Good luck, my friends. I'll keep.
I'll keep.
Island, go.
We'll do Scrubland, pass.
Draw. Plains, go ahead.
I will Badlands, pass.
Draw. Mishra's Factory, Serendipity.
Okay.
And then I will pass.
Okay. I will yeah, I guess that doesn't work. I will I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep, I take a point. I'm at 19.
Okay. And then I'll red blast him.
Sure.
And then yep.
Draw. Pass the turn. 6 cards.
Scrubland, tap for 3. The card that's just getting destroyed tonight, but we're gonna pass on and that will be my turn.
Okay. Upkeep nothing. I will draw and take a point. I'm at 18. Savannah Lions. Activate the factory and attack for 2.
Okay.
Puts you at 18 and I'm at 18. Go ahead, 6 cards.
Untap. One, two, so 2 and 3 for the angel and pass.
Okay. I will draw and take a point. I'm at 17. I will play a plains. I'm gonna sword your angel.
Okay.
Brings you up to 22. And then I will activate my factory and hit you for 4.
Okay, that goes right back.
Yep.
Okay.
And you can go 5 cards.
Oof. Okay, well, tap 1, tutor.
Okay.
Okay. And then I will play I will shuffle that after this after I play this. Play another Underworld.
Okay.
And pass.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep nothing. I draw and take 2. I'm at 15. I'm gonna play a plains. Gonna attack for 2.
Okay.
And I'll play my own Sarah Angel.
Oh.
And you can go 4 cards.
I will attempt.
I'm tapped out, so there's no attempting. It's happening.
Okay, so we'll do a balance.
How many cards do you have? You have 3?
3.
And how many lands do you have? You have 6?
6.
Okay, so I'll get rid of 2 creatures, and I will get rid of 1 card from my hand, and you have to get rid of a land. Okay, I'll get rid of an air elemental.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was completely and totally unnecessary.
Well, yeah, I guess you would have went. Would you go
Yeah, because I have to draw exactly 2 disenchants to not die.
Okay. I was just playing. I don't know.
No, yeah. Again, I'm tapped out. So you weren't playing around anything. I have to draw exactly 2 disenchants right here to not die on my upkeep, because I'm going to take 14.
Yes. Okay, so I just 1, 2, 3, 4. I could draw a bolt here.
Yeah, that is game, my friends.
Okay.
Yeah, I needed exactly 2 disenchants right there. That the wheel was something that I was fearing. I didn't have a blue elemental blast. If I had a blue elemental blast, obviously I don't play that angel. I end up attacking instead. But
Yeah. I tutored for the second underworld.
Yeah,
Let me
I mean, I
just
didn't have the disenchants that game. I didn't draw the blue elemental blast out of my sideboard. I had counterspells in my hand. Well, I had a counterspell. You saw that with the wheel. I discarded one of them, but I didn't have double blue. So that was definitely unfortunate for me, but very fortunate for you. But Ivory Tower, I think was a good thing to board into. I have Disenchants in the main deck. I boarded in Divine Offering as well, and then the blue Elemental Blasts. So that one was unfortunate with the counter spells, that drawing the counter spell and not being able to cast it. But with the deck that I'm playing and my mana base, that means that I'm definitely susceptible to things like that happening, because I'm only playing new frame cards, and there are no new frame dual lands that were printed. Now, obviously, they have them on Magic Online and such, but they weren't actually printed. So I wanted to make sure that I was using, because there's no point in of the restriction that I'm doing for myself if I can just use the Magic Online art. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. But. Hey Rich, it was a pleasure to play. I just play old school for fun. That was a fun game. It was a pleasure to
that was good. I mean, you forced me to have it. You forced me to have the right cards, and unfortunately, I didn't. Yeah, because I guess no, there wasn't an artifact for me to Divine Offering. So even had I drawn the Divine Offering, that wouldn't have gotten my life total up high enough to do anything. So, but I had the Ivory Tower on the table, didn't I? I actually didn't lose right then and there, did I? So, but oh well, is what it is. All right.
Yeah,
thanks, my friend.
It's still fun, and I'll see you another week, maybe.
Yeah, definitely so. I hope you do well in your next match as well. All right.
Thank you, Rich.
Yep. Take care. Bye. So we didn't get there, but that's okay. Yeah, I had the Ivory Tower. I'm silly. I had the Ivory Tower, so I actually could have survived another turn. But whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I was in a bad spot there with the cards that I drew. I wasn't doing anything. So it didn't really matter. So is what it is. But we'll take a look at today's deck. What's new is old again, where I am playing a bunch of old school cards that were reprinted in new frames. So it is a blue and white mid-range deck with yes, it's got some aggression with the Serendips and with the Span Alliance, but kind of try to keep the games into the mid-game stage. So I can finish off with like Air Elemental or Sarah Angel. And they've got the Disenchants and the Swords to Plowshares to kind of stave off what my opponent is doing, as well as counter spells. Psyblast can help, as extra creature removal, or can go to the face. Icy Manipulator can keep some stuff tapped down. Jalem Tome and JMD Tome help me draw cards. Balance is just a great catch-all card from that's what Turtle Master's version of Balance there. Armageddon's destroys all the lands. Spirit Link works really nice with my own Serendip Efreets, and obviously works well with my opponent's Serendip Efreets as well, because of the fact that whenever the enchanted creature deals damage, I gain that much life. So if I put it on an opponent's dib, that means they're taking one each upkeep, but I'm gaining that life. So that is definitely cool, and it kind of acts like a pacifism if my life total is high enough. So then Fell Warstones, Soul Ring, Caracas, 3 Cities of Brass, 9 Islands, 9 Plains, a Strip Mine, and a Mishra's Factory. Out of our sideboard, Blue Elemental Blasts and Circles of Protection red. Ivory Tower, Maze of Ith, Control Magic, Divine Offering, Tormod's Crypt, and Wrath of God. So against that opponent, it was Divine Offering, Ivory Tower, and Blue Elemental Blast. I was hoping to draw like Tower early by drawing Tower early, I can get my life total up high enough so that I can stay out of reach of the fireballs or from double Underworld Dreams with a Wheel of Fortune, because that's 14 damage right there. It's a lot of damage. So, but yeah, because Underworld Dreams makes you take a damage for each card that you draw. Well, it makes the opponent take damage for each card that they draw. So, but that's okay. We didn't get there, but we'll see what we can do for next time, right? So we will. We've got a little bit of time before the round ends. Again, I'm playing. This is my regularly scheduled old school stream, so where I play 3 rounds of old school Magic on Tuesday nights as part of the Northern Paladins Tuesday night Gauntlet. That's on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget to turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. And then we've got weekly pre-modern. It's the Thursday night throwdown. Thursday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, where we play 3 rounds of pre-modern Magic, and I stream my matches for that, and that is a good time as well. So please make sure that you join me for that. All right, so we got a little bit of time left until the next round starts, so I'm going to take a quick break. So please don't touch that dial. Stick around. We've got one more round of old school Magic coming up. Don't touch that dial. Welcome back, everybody. I do appreciate you sticking around through the break. It looks like that is time in the round. There's still a couple of matches that are looking to finish up. Well, not quite time in the round, but it's just about to be time in the round. There we
Round
go.
timer ended.
There we go. Round timer ended. So those matches will finish up, and then we will play round number 3 as soon as we can. So let's take a look at today's deck. What's new is old again. It is a focus on old school Magic cards that were reprinted with the new frame. So it is a blue and white deck. It's got some good stuff going on with Serendipity and Savannah Lion and Sarah Angel and Air Elemental, and then Disenchant, Swords of Plowshares, Counterspell, Psionic Blast, Icy Manipulator, Jalem Tome, Jam Day Tome, Balance, Armageddon Spirit Link, Soul Ring, Fell War Stone, City of Brass, Strip Mine, Mistress Factory, and then Islands and Plains, of course. So pretty limited when it comes to new frame stuff. But it is definitely possible to build some interesting decks. There's some decent black cards that are, available in the new frame. You know, you got Dark Ritual, you got Hypnotic Spectre, you've got Sengir Vampire, Oubliette. So there's some fun stuff there. Nightmare, I guess, if you're going to go mono black. And then let's see, I'm sure that Llanowar Elves in green, Regrowth, I think Crawworm has been reprinted in a new frame, believe it or not. Not exactly sure. It might be in a new frame, like 8th edition or 9th edition or something along those lines. There's some rather interesting things that you can do. Red gets, there's a new frame Lightning Bolt and Fireball. There's some other stuff. Chain Lightning maybe? I think Chain Lightning got reprinted in like a master set or something along those lines. So you can play some new frame red cards as well. So there's a lot of things you can do when it comes to new frame. I wanted to build the deck because of the fact that, again, I wanted to emphasize that it doesn't matter about how much money you spend on your deck. And if you need to go with the newer cards, the newer versions of cards so that you can put a deck together, then so be it. I have no problem with it. Just do what you can. And maybe start an old school club at school or at work or at your local game store, and like I said before, Channel Fireball, when they have their old school events, they allow any printing of the cards. So they also allow foils, which I don't plan on using foils on the stream. Whether it be in the pre-modern stream or in the old school stream. I don't plan on using foils. Like, somebody had a pretty sweet deal on some pre-modern foils through one of the Discord channels. It's like, yeah, they're cool looking, but just foils aren't for me. And foils curl and they become marked cards, and not a fan of that. The integrity of the game means too much to me. So this is my regularly scheduled stream, where my regularly scheduled old school stream, where I play 3 rounds of old school on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget to follow, turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. If you have Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account to Amazon Prime, and it gives you Twitch Prime Gaming. You're allowed 1 free subscription each month to the content creator of your choice. If you throw that my way, I definitely appreciate that. Weekly Pre-Modern, we've got the Thursday Night Throwdown. Thursday nights at 8:30 Eastern, we play 3 rounds of Swiss, similar format to the Tuesday Night Gauntlet. We use it's called Talaria.app for that. So that was a passion project put together by Slanfan, who is an old schooler. I believe he's from Sweden. So what it is, it's it's like a webcam meeting software with tournament software wrapped up all in one. Plus, it's got messaging and things. So it is pretty cool, and we like using it. It's got its ups and downs. It's got some hiccups, but we've got we work some things out, and we do what we can do so that we can just play those games. And it's all about having fun. So far, I've been having a lot of fun playing pre-modern, and I've been putting together. I've been brewing, like they're not terrible decks. Don't get me wrong, but they're not like the top tier decks. But when it comes to old school in pre-modern, I'm not like top level spike. I want to build decks. I want to do some brews and things like that. So the deck that I have on tap for this upcoming Thursday for pre-modern is also a brew, and I'm looking forward to playing that. I think I have all of the cards now for it. Not quite sure if I got all the sideboard cards, but meh, whatever. You only play, 1 or 2 sideboard games each round. So, yeah. So yes, you do play more sideboard games than you play unsideboarded games. So for those who want to practice, if you're really into practicing and playtesting, you should practice some sideboard games. However, I'm not into that. No, I don't. I normally just throw my decks together, draw a few hands, try to work out some kinks, and then that's about it. And then when I put my sideboards together, I try to figure out, what are going to be my bad matchups, either a specific deck or a specific style of deck that would be a bad matchup for me, and try to make that matchup not as bad. So, like we played against the Underworld Dreams deck last round, and if I could have drawn a disenchant, the match goes a little bit differently. And if I could have drawn a second blue source, the match is a little bit different too. But that's the nature of the deck that I'm playing, was that it's possible for me to get in those situations where I'm not drawing that extra blue mana and whatnot. So, but again, this is what we got going on. I'm sure I'm going to get some people who are going to complain about it. But what's new is old again, where it is new framed versions of old school cards, and this is what we got going on tonight. And I thought that it would be fun to put something like this together, and I'm hoping that you're having fun watching, because it doesn't really matter. Savannah Lions is a Savannah Lions. So for some people, there's the immersion aspect. It's, I get it. Like, I understand that some people are really super focused on, just playing the old versions of the cards and whatnot. And I like the old versions of the cards. Like when I'm playing pre-modern, some cards I'm not going to get newer versions of. I've got my sweet. I've got 2 really sweet artist proofs of Swords of Plowshares. And I don't know if I'm going to get, Ice Age versions of Swords of Plowshares to play in pre-modern. I don't know if I'm going to get like Ice Age counterspells or whatever, because I've got 4 and black bordered signed counterspells from I think they're 4th edition. And just some of the stuff that I have is pretty cool. But there's also the convenience aspect of having to take some cards up, take some cards out of one deck to feed another deck, which can end up being a little frustrating, but what you're gonna do. So, but we'll see. I really like pre-modern. I just got a rather large stack of cards from a local game store. I had a bunch of store credit there, so I used it. I got somewhere between 500 and 600 ish commons and uncommons. It better fill out my decks. One thing, like in my first round last week, I'm playing against Fluctuator. If I'm on the draw, that meant that I only would have 1 mana if he has a second turn Fluctuator. And I didn't own any of the card Annul, which is a 1 blue for a counterspell that counters target enchantment or artifact spell. I
New
didn't own
pairing
that
received.
card, so it was tough for me to deal with that
Round
card
timer
early.
started.
So it looks like I'll be playing against Tony in round number 3. So we'll welcome Tony to the stream as soon as he is available and as soon as he gets here. Tony likes to brew, so we'll see what he's got going on. Today's t-shirt, it's Tuesday somewhere. Yes, I know that I am playing. It is a Tuesday while I am playing. However, if you are watching this on YouTube, you might not be watching. Well, chances are that if you're watching it on YouTube, that it's not Tuesday at all. So, hey Tony, how's it going? Let me turn that volume up a little bit. I'm having a hard time hearing. Here we go. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, having a hard time hearing you, but we'll work it out.
All right.
So everybody say hi. There's Tony's face up there on the stream.
You got people watching, right?
What was that?
You got people watching the game, right?
I still can't hear what you're saying.
You have people watching the game. You're streaming,
Yes,
right?
yes, you have yeah, I'm streaming, so people are watching. Yep. So, let's put your name up there. Here we go. I have an interesting deck to say the least.
All right, let's see this. I think 3 weeks ago you were playing a blind pack.
I don't remember. Last week I played what was it? Last week was Power Monolith, right? Was that the deck that I played last week? Yeah. Yeah. And then I wasn't around the week before that because of internet issues.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't have a very competitive deck. Let's go. And win a game.
1, 2, 3.
One on top.
One on the top. You can do the same. The one on your right can be number 1, and that can be on the top. Okay. Then you want to choose even or odd?
Even.
It is odd. It is a 5. All right. So I will play first. Good luck, my friend.
Good luck, Rich.
I'll keep.
I will.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there she goes.
Okay.
I'm good. Yes, sir.
Planes go.
Draw. City of Brass, go.
Draw. Island go.
Top, take a point of damage, Sylvan Library.
Yeah, sure.
Go.
All right. Draw.
5 cards.
Island. Serendipity Free. Go ahead.
Alright. Untap. Draw for 3.
Yep.
2, 3. And I this one here. Take 1 point of damage, land tax.
Okay.
Go. 5 cards.
Untap. Upkeep, I'll take a point. I'm at 19. Draw. Spirit Link.
Oh boy.
Attack for 3.
15.
I'm at 22. Play a planes. Go ahead.
I will activate Manpack.
Sure.
Mountain and Plain. And draw 3. 1, 2, 3. I will keep hard, and I will take a point of damage for white, and I will disenchant your spirit wings,
Okay.
and I will use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, go.
All right. Untap. Upkeep. I take a point. I'm down to 21. Draw. I'm gonna attack for 3.
And then 11.
Okay. Go ahead. 5 cards.
Attack. Draw. And after 1, take a point of damage. Manpack.
Sure.
Go.
Untap.
7 cards.
Take a point down to 20. Draw. Attack for 3.
Ace of it.
Okay. Well, you forgot last turn, so I figured, what the heck, right?
I know, I didn't pay attention.
Cards in your hand?
7.
7. I know that 3 of them are lands. I'm going to play another island, and then I will play an air elemental.
Alright.
And I will say go. 4 cards.
Attack. I will activate land tax, 1 land tax,
Sure.
or 1 land. Answer. And draw 1, 2, 3. I will. One, I will source the plowshare, your air element.
Okay. I'm at 24.
7 cards back.
Okay.
Pass, 7 cards.
All right. I go to 23 on my upkeep. Draw. Planes. Icy Manipulator.
Alright.
Tap your Mazavith. Attack for 3.
I will go to 7.
And you can go. 3 cards.
Attack. Activate Manpack. Draw 3, 1, 2, 3. Here. Tap, tap. I will disenchant your icy manipulator,
Sure.
and I will take a point of damage and Manpack.
Okay.
Oh. I go to 6. 7 cards.
All set?
Yeah. Go.
Untap. Upkeep, I take a point down to 22. Draw. Attack for 3.
Ace of it.
Okay. Go ahead, 4 cards.
I'll untap, and I will draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Tap 1, 2, 3. Power stone. And I will say go. 7 cards.
Okay. 21 on my upkeep. Draw.
Sure.
Attack for 3.
I will untap.
Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards.
So I will unpack upkeep for 1.
Yep.
Another forest. Six. Cut and draw 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what I was doing. Right. Every tower.
Hold on. Counterspell.
Alright. And I will discard a
Oh, hold on. Hold on. No, you're moving to your end step?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to Side Blast you.
Alright. I go to 2. And cut. I will
And I'm at 19.
Alright.
Okay.
Go.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 3.
I will untap.
Yep. Go ahead. 4 cards.
Alright. And no, okay. Well, on top I will attack 1. Ellen. 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll take this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so white every time.
Counterspell.
Blue. Recall, not just recall.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. And how many cards average?
I have 3.
3 cards. I will go on my discard phase.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gotta discard 3. Silver Library. Forest. And Swamp.
Okay.
Go.
Untap. Upkeep, I take a point. I'm at 18. I will draw. JT Huffy in chat. Cool idea using modern frame cards that are legal and old school. Yes, thank you. So JT Huffy and I discussed this exact concept, and he's actually working on an old school deck that is new frame as well. Jupiter Magic 9, how you doing? Hope you are having a great night. I'm going to attack with the Serendip.
I will untap.
Sure. Go ahead. 4 cards.
Untap. Okay. Draw 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. I will tap. Actually black for a Library of Blank.
Okay.
And I will play pass.
Okay. Upkeep 17. Draw. Swing.
Untap.
Go ahead.
Right. I will activate one tax.
Sure.
So 1, 2, 3. I'll activate another land tax.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, and I'll activate the third land tax. Wait. So that's 9 cards.
Yeah, that's a lot of cards.
Alright. I will look for
Sure.
Pass.
Cards in your hand now, please.
1, 14.
Okay. Upkeep, I go to 16. Draw. Source of Plowshares on your angel. Attack with a dib.
I will maze it.
Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Go ahead.
Tap. Draw 3. So, I will play a Horus. Demonic Tutor.
Sure.
And I will say pass.
Okay. Upkeep, I go to 15. Draw. Attack with a dip.
Maze it.
Yep. Cards in your hand.
1, 14.
14. A bunch of those are lands.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Pass. I will draw 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, untap your swamp and your maze of it too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. This one. Okay. Drop a counter.
Mm-hmm.
Have the green for Ivory Tower.
Sure.
Pass.
End step. Disenchant the ivory tower. Untap. Upkeep, I go to 14. Draw. Attack with a dip.
Untap.
Go ahead.
I will attack for 1. Untap. Draw. 1, 2, 3. Oh, white, green, red. Sarah Angel.
Sure.
And I will say pass.
End step, Swords of Plowshares, your Sarah.
Another 10.
Your two Sarahs are exiled, right? Somewhere?
That's right. That's right. Hold on.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, that's what you do. Alright.
Yeah, I put them on signal.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm gonna swords my dib. I'm gonna swords my Serendib as well.
Alright.
So I'm at 17. Untap. Draw. Go ahead.
I will contact.
Yeah.
Listen and go.
Draw. Serendipity free. Go ahead.
Actually, I can draw 3. Okay. So, red, white, last edge.
How many cards are in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15.
15. Okay, that's a land's edge.
Good. Alright.
Yeah, it resolves. I mean,
Alright, I will activate land's edge. How many life points do you have?
I have 17.
Alright, well, let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands for 18 points of damage.
I'll do 10 to you.
Oh boy. Yeah. So is that a draw? How does it work?
I'm sorry?
Is that a draw?
No,
No.
it is definitely not a draw.
Oh no?
No, you take 10.
You-
You take 10 before I take my 18.
Oh. Should have done one at a time and see if you would respond. Okay, I get it.
Well, I wasn't going to respond until the very last one. So. So, yeah.
Oh. Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it was. Alright, you win, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. I should have played it different. Oh, okay. Good hand. Good game. Oh, I got it.
I could have had a Swords of Plowshares too. That would have been good.
Well, I didn't think about it. Stupid. Now it's, because I thought it like in old school, we would die, at the end of the round, but it's not.
No. We use all contemporary Magic rules with the exception of Mana Burn and, Chaos Orb and Falling Star.
But that's the thing. I should have just like line edge to, so let's say 10,
Mm-hmm.
and then just go one out of. Even if I go, well, that's awesome. Because I have like I could have done 22 or 24 point of damage. I had like 4 more lines.
Then you should have just thrown more lands at my face.
Yeah, but it doesn't change anything. You get your lines to respond.
You wait until my last land that I was going to discard, and then you respond by throwing more lands at me.
Yes, but I can't kill you. I don't have enough to kill you.
All you needed was one more at that point.
Oh. Oh well.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all you needed was one more at that point. You wait until my last one, respond to my last one by throwing one more at me.
Yeah, well, if that happens, then mine is first to resolve. So let's say.
No. Okay, so you discarded 9. All right.
Yeah.
So 8 of them resolved. The 9th one didn't. I discarded 5, and then you can let 4 of them resolve and throw one more at me, because that was my entire hand. Was those 5 cards?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I
Yeah.
learned something. Okay. I didn't know. I figured that. Okay. Whatever. Good game. Okay. Yeah, I have 4 more lines.
Yeah. So you could have won. I assumed that you had more. I didn't know what else you would have had in your hands. I assumed that it's like, I thought that Swords to Plowshares wasn't going to get me out of reach, and it didn't. It wouldn't have, because you had more lands. You could have ended up winning that one.
Oh, it's okay. Hey, you live and learn.
Yeah. So let's see what we can do with this. Stream of Life says, I thought you were holding 5 counter spells and didn't have enough blue mana.
Well, that's why I was holding the Land's Edge with the wallet. That, you know, I had 2 Land's Edge. So if you were going to counter one, I had another one.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were going to counter that one, I had Time Walk and Regrow. So that's what I was waiting for. And I had like, I had 22 or 24 points of damage to the land.
Yeah. So that's
Well, now I know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we responded again. I thought we died like I guess at the same time. Alright, I guess.
yeah. No. Everything resolves one at a time. So
Good then. Okay. Let's try and go further. Got already half an hour. That's a slow back. This is a slow back.
no, I'd been holding counter or not. I'd been holding Swords of Plowshares and Lance. That's what I had. And then when you played the first Sarah, I drew another Swords of Plowshares. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, back to
So it's like, okay, Swords of Sarah, that's fine. But I was just trying to get up to enough lands that if you played a Land's Edge, that I could deal lethal to you.
yeah.
But
Yeah, because you figured I was going to do that.
yeah, oh, definitely so. The one on your right can go on top.
So, the one on my right.
Yep.
Alright. It's the middle for you, Rich.
Sure.
And you can start.
I can start? Okay. Well, yeah, you're playing land tax, so yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's the only deck that I love to play second.
I'll keep this one. Island go.
Alright. Draw. Play my dice.
Sure.
And, go. 5 cards.
Draw. Planes. Disenchant the land tax.
Alright.
Go ahead.
End of turn, Ancestral Recall.
Sure. Seems all right.
1, 2, 3. Tap, draw. 1 card. Swamp. Tap, swamp plains. Demonic Tutor.
Sure.
And I will tap on Sapphire for I retire and pass.
How many cards are in your hand?
6 cards.
Okay. Untap. Draw. City of Brass. Savannah Alliance. Go ahead.
Tap.
So you
I
gain 2.
2 life. So 42. And,
Yep.
draw. Tap on white, my life. And go.
There's a white land. Yeah, no. I'm gonna take a point to counterspell that.
Alright.
I'm at 19.
And, yep, go.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I go to 20.
And you have 6 cards still?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Strip Mine, Icy Manipulator. I'll take a point. I'm at 18. Go ahead.
Right, so I untap and I upkeep will gain 2.
Yep. 22.
Draw. You've got 4 lines there.
I have 4 lands. Yep.
Alright. So
Sure.
discarding a plane and
Yep.
getting back a black.
Okay.
Move. And land attacks. Go.
All right. Untap. Cards in
4
your
cards.
hand.
4.
4. Okay.
Yes.
Draw. Attack for 2.
20.
Activate the strip mine targeting itself.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Tap. Draw. Keep. I got 4 cards. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, go. 4 cards.
All right. End step. I'm gonna take 3 total to psionic blast you.
Right. I will.
So you're at 16 and I'm at 15. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2. Puts you at 14.
Yep. Go ahead. On your upkeep, tap your sapphires. Alright. So, I will, in response to that tapping, I will activate Tone.
Okay.
Draw a card. Well, now I draw a card at 5 cards, which...
Okay,
I
gain
get-
your life.
Get my point.
Yeah, you're at 15.
Yeah.
That was on me for jumping the gun. I should have waited.
Okay. And now I will draw a card. And I will say, go. 6 cards.
Okay. All set?
Go. Yeah, go.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Alright, I'm level 13.
I'm going to play a J-Lum Tome.
Right.
I'll take a point. I'm at 14. Go ahead, 3 cards.
Right. So, tap. I will gain 2 because I have 6 cards. And I will draw.
Yep.
Alright. So I will tap disenchant your tone.
Okay.
Enchant your icy manipulator.
Okay.
And I will say pass.
And you have 5 cards?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I go to 13.
Go ahead.
Tap. Upkeep, I have 5 cards, so I gain 1.
Put you to 14.
That's right. I draw a card. I will cast. You've got 3 life damage.
I've got 3 mana. I've got 4 cards.
I will say pass.
End step. I'm going to take 3 total to cast Psyblast on you.
Right, so I go to 10.
I'm at 11. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Go to 8.
And go ahead, 4 cards.
End of step. I will draw a card.
Okay.
Untap. Upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I gain 3. I go to 11.
Yep.
Draw. Isn't it? Untap. And go.
Untap. Draw. I'll play an island. Attack for 2.
Isn't it?
Sure. Go ahead. Put you at 13.
That's right. I will draw a card. And I will. Let's see. Force down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staring.
Sure. I will draw. I'm going to control magic your Sarah Angel. I take a point.
Alright.
Attack with Alliance.
I will take 2. No, I'll hit this one.
You'll maze it. Okay.
Yeah.
You're at 13. Go ahead.
Alright. So your Staring Jewel is. Okay. Upkeep. I have 5 cards. I gain 1.
Put you
and
at
I
14.
will- That's right. Wrong. And I will say pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack with the Sarah and the Lions.
I will disenchant the control magic.
Counterspell.
Right? So I will base of it Sarah and take 2 points of that.
Okay. Put you to 12.
Yep.
And you have how many cards?
5.
I'll take a point to disenchant your ivory tower. And I'll play a City of Brass, and you can go. 2 cards.
Oh, and draw. Green, white. I will regrow my demonic tutor,
Okay.
which I will cast.
Sure.
Okay, I'm not gonna take this. I will Swords to Plowshare the Staring,
Alright, I'll gain 4.
and I'll take off.
So your Sarah is exiled. Untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
I will take it and go to 10.
Okay. And then I will cast a Sarah Angel of my own. I go to 11.
Yeah. Alright.
Go ahead. 2 cards.
Draw. Alright. I will cast Balance.
How many cards are in your hand?
5.
Okay, I've got 2 cards. You know I'm getting rid of my 2 creatures.
So I'm getting rid of Soul, Flame,
Okay.
and I will take
Untap. Draw. Pass the turn.
Alright, and the turn I will draw. I will say go. 3 cards.
Draw. I'll take 2. Sarah Angel. I'm at 9.
I will end of turn draw the card.
Sure.
Attack. Draw. And I will say pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
I will make it.
Okay. Savannah Alliance. Go ahead. 3 cards.
End of turn, I will draw a card at 4 here.
Yep.
Attack and keep draw. So, I will swords to plowshares alike.
Swords of the Lion. Okay.
Yep.
I'll gain 2. I'm at 11.
And I will say, go.
Untap. Draw. Attack for 4.
I will attack.
Serendip.
Alright.
Go ahead. 3 cards.
End of turn, I will draw a card.
Yep.
Attack. Draw. So, I will cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, I'll only cast 2. A green and a white mana or a silver library.
Okay.
And I will say pass.
Untap. Upkeep. I go to 10. Draw. Attack with both.
I will amaze a bit the Sarah and take 3 points of damage. 3%.
Okay. Go ahead. 4 cards.
I draw. Okay. 1, 2. Chaos.
Sure.
I will target the Sarah Angel.
Okay.
I will use my maze a bit. That'll mess this up. Oh, look at that.
That was fortunate for me.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, Rich, go.
Untap. Upkeep. I take 1. I'm at 9. Draw. Attack with both.
Alright, I will maze a bit the Sarah, and I will take 3, which brings me to 4.
Go ahead. 5 cards.
Untap. Draw. So, this is worthless. Yep, that was the game right there. Go. Yep.
Untap. Upkeep. I go to 8. Draw. Attack with both.
Okay, I'll maze a bit the Sarah, and I will take action response. I will draw a card. So some plowshares, which is not. Then I will take 3 points of damage.
Okay. Put you to 1.
Yep.
I'm going to play a Plains. I'm going to cast Divine Offering on your Jam Day Tome. I'll gain 4.
That gives you 4 life, right?
Yep, I'm at 12. You're at 1. Go ahead. 4 cards.
Okay, so 3 and 1. What we got ready? Alright, so if you post that. Okay, how do I do
So you only need to deal with one of them.
this? Yeah, I will start by casting Time On.
Okay.
Okay, so then I will cast both.
Okay.
I will sacrifice. I will sack it for. How many life points do you have, Rich?
I have 12.
Well.
3 red.
Oh, Land's Edge.
Land's Edge resolves.
Alright.
How many cards do you have in your hand?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You have 7 cards in your hand. Okay, let me know when you're ending this turn.
Yes. So you're at 12, right?
I'm at 12. Yep.
Yes. Okay, I will end the turn.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to throw an island at you.
Okay, so I'll throw one at you.
Okay? This is in response to me.
Well, okay.
I'm throwing one. Are you responding to me, or are you letting this resolve?
Okay, so basic.
Well, you can't let this resolve. Yeah. So you have to respond. Yep.
I have to throw you 6, right?
You have to have 6 lands in your hands, and me not have another land. So.
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah.
All right. So you're throwing one.
Yeah. No, you win. Yeah. No, I don't have 6. I have 5 lines.
Yeah.
But
And I had another land, and I had 2 Swords of Plowshares, which would have gotten me out of range anyway.
Okay, this is my question. Let's say you wouldn't have had a land, like, and I don't know. Let's say I had 6 lands, right? I could respond and throw 6 lands at you.
Yeah.
And then you could respond by throwing 1 land back, and basically killing.
Right. I respond to the last one by throwing another land at you. So.
Okay.
So this uses the stack, just like you're using the stack where this one isn't resolving yet. I would use it so that yours doesn't resolve until doesn't resolve yet either. So.
Okay, so if I'm saying correctly, as soon as your last one resolves, I'm dead, and my 6 don't count anymore because I'm dead, obviously.
Right. Yeah. You die as soon as you take lethal damage. It's not like old Magic where you had till the end of a phase or anything like that. You die immediately.
Okay. Yeah, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So if you're low on points, on life points, Land's Edge could go against you. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah. Like I think casting the Land's Edge there was probably a bad thing for you.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. And because I'm still confused about the rule, but I understand what it is.
Mm-hmm. Everything uses the stack. Every single thing in Magic uses the stack. Well, not everything, but in old school, everything is going to use the stack. So,
Oh, there's nothing I could have done this game.
yeah. So you can go. So if you had 6 lands in your hands, you throw one at me, let it resolve. Throw one at me, let it resolve. Throw one at me, let it resolve. And do that 6 times. I respond to the very last one. If you throw a whole bunch of them at me, unless you specifically say you're holding priority, then that's what's happening. One is happening and then it's resolving. One is happening then it's resolving. Unless you specifically say that you're retaining priority in that instance. Which chances are you're not going to, most people aren't going to say that they're going to retain priority for much in old school Magic. But, I mean, it could happen. So in the first game, in that first game, where I responded and I had the 5 lands, you could have just thrown another land at me because you threw 9 at me. So 8 of them had to have resolved, dealing 16 to me.
16.
Yeah, and then you could have just responded to at any point in time and just thrown another land at me to deal that extra point, those extra 2 points.
Yeah, because the first 8 resolved, so you were at 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So I was at 1 because I was at 17. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah.
Okay, good game. It's good to know, Rich. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for the games, man. All right. Take care.
Yes, sir.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We got there. And we had another opponent playing Land's Edge, where I had a whole bunch of lands in my hand and was able to, I had enough lands in my hand in order to kill them. Now, he didn't know how the stack worked, and that's something that's extremely important. So, he just thought that the game was over completely and totally in game number 1. It wasn't until he had shuffled up that he realized, oh, wait a minute, there's more. But so it isn't that all 9 of them go on the stack and then go away in one batch. It's if he threw 9 of them on the stack, then they're going to resolve one at a time, unless he specifically said he's going to hold priority. If he says, I'm going to do this and hold priority and do this, and I'm going to continue holding priority, then none of them are going to resolve until whatever I respond with resolves. But because he didn't do that, the assumption is that it's okay, one and then it resolves, another, then it resolves, another, then it resolves, and then until there's a point where there's a break. So even with the 5 that I threw against him, he had a chance to respond to those as well, and he wasn't understanding how the stack worked. Old school Magic players as a group, not any specific player, or this isn't every single player, but the intricacies of the stack is not something that most old school players understand. A lot of old school Magic players were playing way back, and newer rules are not the most forefront in their mind, and it's not necessarily a concept that everybody understands. My opponent was a good player. He's playing a good deck, and he made some good choices. Just the one thing that happened there was that he was not privy to how his card actually worked in a way that, like in game number 1, that he just assumed that he lost. In game number 2, I won. That was, there was no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I had played that properly. I had 2 Swords of Plowshares and 2 lands in my hand. So he was not going to win that one. But he should not have cast the Land's Edge when he did. He also missed a land tax trigger. So by missing that land tax trigger, he made it so he didn't have the extra lands in his hands. And he could have won had he not missed that land tax trigger. But I don't know if he had the Land's Edge. I don't know, because he played a couple of things that turn. I don't know if he was missing a piece. Yeah, I get it that he had the Sylvan Library and whatnot. But if he uses the land tax, it shuffles things up. So he might have been missing a piece. He might have been short a piece. Or something along those lines. Like the Land's Edge might have been protected on top of his library, or I'm not sure. I'm assuming he tutored for the Lotus, and in that case, and I'm assuming that he already that the Land's Edge was on top for a couple of turns, I guess, but I don't know. So with that, this is today's deck. This was our what's new is old again. It was old school decks that were reprinted. Sorry, old school cards that were reprinted in new frames. So it was blue and white with Sarah Angels and Serendibs and Savannah Lions and Air Elementals as my win conditions. Then some Disenchants and Swords of Plowshares and Counterspells and Psyblasts, plus Icy Manipulator, JLM Tome, JMD Tome, and Balance. And Armageddon. I couldn't draw Armageddon to see my life against that guy. Armageddon would have been great. Because obviously Armageddon means that I get rid of the Mazevith. 2 Spirit Links, Soul Ring, 2 Fellwar Stones, 3 Cities of Brass, 9 Islands, 9 Plains, 1 Strip Mine, and 1 copy of Mishra's Factory. Out of our sideboard, we get 3 Blue Elemental Blasts, 2 Circles of Protection Red, 2 Ivory Towers, 1 Maze of Ith, 2 Control Magics, 2 Divine Offerings, Tormod's Crypt, and Wrath of God. So in that last one, I took out 1 Spirit Link, Balance, JMD Tome, and Fellwar Stone. That's what I sideboarded out. and then I sideboarded in 2 Divine Offerings and 2 Control Magics. The Control Magics were that was pretty clutch when he has to attempted to disenchant the Control Magic, and I had the counter spell, and then he had to swords his own Sarah Angel. So that was pretty decent sequence for me. Except if I could have drawn an Armageddon, things are a lot better for me, of course. But Control Magic is just such a fun card. I've gotten blown out by it so many times, and it a lot of times will put players into panic mode because their best creature is all of a sudden poof gone. It's on the other side of the table, and then you need to deal with it with like a disenchant or something along those lines. So with that, we're going to say goodnight. It's a little after 11 here, so I appreciate everybody who stuck around for it. We went 2-1 today with our new frame, unpowered, blue and white mid-range deck. So with that, I hope you all have a great night. You can join me on Thursday at 8:30 Eastern for pre-modern, or again my weekly regularly scheduled old school on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So with that, you all have a great night. If you see me, if you come in for pre-modern, awesome. I will see you on Thursday. Otherwise, I will see you next Tuesday. Take care.